Namaskar. Welcome to the example number 12 for the event abroad travel. In this example, we are going to study a male chart who traveled abroad for job in 2007, and after that he settled in US itself. So we are going to study how the destiny supports the native to travel abroad, and also how the periods are also favorable for the native to settle in abroad itself. Now let us examine the birth chart. Example number 12, abroad travel for job and settle in US. Now let us examine the birth chart. This is the birth chart of that male native. Before proceeding further to study the self-signification, let us do the basic study on the birth chart. Let me open that Rashi chart and Bhavachalit chart, and let us do the basic study now. The native is Lagna, Libra Lagna born. So third cusp is falling in Sagittarius and ninth cusp is falling in Gemini and 12th cusp is falling in Virgo. So 9th Lord, 12th Lord is Mercury. So 9th Lord, 12th Lord Mercury is posted in own sign, but in the 11th house. That is good. So 9th Lord, 12th Lord posted in the 11th house, it is favorable. And 9th house is occupied by moon, 10th Lord posted in the 9th house. 7th Lord, 2nd Lord occupying 10th house. That is fine for the professional prospects. Now, 9th Lord, 12th Lord, Mercury posted in the 11th house, and we have to check the 3rd Lord. 3rd Lord is Jupiter. Jupiter is posted in the 1st house as per degree in the watery sign. Jupiter is conjoined with the Ketu. Ketu represents Mars. That Mars is also posted in the watery sign. And what about Rahu? Karaga planet Rahu in the sign of Venus. That Venus is posted in the 10th house, conjoined with the 11th Lord. So that Venus is in the sign of Sun, conjoined with the 11th Lord. Venus is 8th Lord. Lagna Lord is fine. But 3rd Lord, whether it is connecting to the Mercury or Moon. So directly they are not connected. But Rahu is connected to the Jupiter. His 3rd Lord is aspecting to the Rahu. So Rahu is getting the support of the Jupiter, the 3rd Lord. And that Rahu is indirectly conjoined with the Saturn. Saturn also in the sign of Venus, occupying 12th house. 4th Lord, 5th Lord occupying 12th house. 4, if it is connected to 12th house, it also can indicate, we have to keep it in mind whenever 4 is connected to 12th house, and Lagna and is connected to 9, 12, and also 4. It is all indicating that 4 is homeland, but when it is connected to 12, it also indicating the house in abroad. It is indicating that the native is living in house in abroad. So that is also supportive for, staying in abroad for a long time, making that house also his, living house. Living house, or we can say living land also we can say. So that way 4th house also we can consider. If it is 4 is also connected to 9 and 12, then we have to keep it in mind. We should not take it 4 is always unfavorable for travel. It can indicate 4 is talking about the homeland, but 4 also can be a house, a land of the native is living there for a long time. That land also become his homeland, right? That is called, we normally used to say that he got the citizenship and all these things. So anyway, so now Lagna Lord and 8th Lord, Venus is posted in the 10th house, conjoined with the Sun, and that Rahu posted in the sign of Venus. That Venus is that Rahu is aspected by Jupiter. That Jupiter is aspecting to Mars, that Rasi Lord. So they are all in the watery sign, that is also supportive. Now, the important thing is that ninth Lord or 12th Lord posted in the 11th house, and third Lord, Jupiter, is not connecting to the ninth Lord directly. But let us see in the other signification by rulers, they can have the connection also. So as of now, it is indicating that natives, professional prospects in abroad, because 9, 12, and 10 houses are strongly playing, and other favorable houses also connecting. Now let us go and check the self-signification strength. I already selected the event abroad travel for job. Now we have to check the self-significators. We have to start from the Lagna. Studying the self-signification and identifying the strength is important. Once we studied, and then we can do the restudy on all the planets to check whether we have correctly evaluated each planet. Then Venus is Lagna Lord and also 8th Lord, occupying 10th house, 3, 7, 11 Cuspal Star Lord, 1, 6, 7, 9 Cuspal Sub Lord. It is a very good key planet. And fortunately, it is not a free planet. It is not a free planet. So any planet can be in the star of Venus can get the significations. That is good. Venus representing Rahu, 8th occupant, 1, 9, and 2. This is also good. 8th only indicating some obstacles, but 1, 8, 10 all are favorable. So definitely Venus should be green planet. Because of the 8th Lord, we can make it, the light green, on we can, because of the favorable grouping are very strong, we can give dark green also. But to differentiate that, I have given light green because it is having 8th house. Rahu also having 8 and 2 also. Then Venus is given. Let us go to the Rahu, because the second planet. Rahu occupying 8th house, it is indicating obstacle, but 1, 9 star Lord, it is good, and second cuspal sublord, it is indicating some weakness for the travel. But Venus, second planet, is good. So what we can do, Ketu because of the mixed signification, Rahu because of the mixed signification, we can make Rahu is pink shade. Now Lagna we have checked, and 9th Lord or 12th Lord occupying 11th house, 6 and 10 cuspal sublord moving towards 4. This 4 is indicating homeland also. It is indicating land. It is indicating house also. Though it is indicating some weakness, it is not indicating 2 second house and 8th house combination, or 2 and 4 combination, or 4 and 4 only strongly indicating presence in the homeland. 9th house, 12th Lord moving towards this one. Through the 9th house, through the abroad travel, professional prospect, it can lead to home also. It means it is also indicating supportive house for settling in abroad. So Mercury also we can give light green. Though 4th house is present at the CSL level, so we cannot take it as detrimental. Okay, so 4 alone will not be unfavorable. Because of the strong favorable grouping, I am giving light green. And third Lord, 6th Lord, occupying Lagna. This is good. And 5th star Lord is also supportive to Lagna. And 5, 8, 11 Cuspal Sublord. 3, 6, 1 is good. 5, 8 Cuspal Sublord is indicating some weakness, but it is 12th sublord. So 8 and 11. 8th house is having some weakness, but 8 and 11 is favorable. Still 5 and 8 is indicating some weakness. What we can make Jupiter, we can give blue color because of this 8th cuspal sublord. 3, 6, 1 and 5, 5, 5, 8 and 11. If 11 was not there, definitely we have to tell that it is a mixed one, because it has got both favorable and unfavorable. But because it is having 11th cuspal sublord, and 5 and 11 is good to the Lagna and third house, and we are giving that Jupiter into blue. So Jupiter we have given, and Saturn let us complete. 4th Lord, 5th Lord occupying 12th house and second cuspal star Lord. This actually it is indicating some weakness. 4, 2, 5, and 12. 12 is fine, but fourth lord occupying 12th house, actually speaking, as I was telling, fourth lord occupying 12th house, it is also indicating supportive for in house in abroad. And second cuspal star lord, it is talking about supportive to the fourth house. It is supportive for the professional prospects and gain. But now it is we are talking about for abroad travel. So for the travel point of view, these fourth house and second house are indicating some weakness, but 12 is fine. So Saturn we can give mixed. Now Mars. Mars is second lord, seventh lord occupying 10th house, and it is supportive for the professional prospects, but it is not indicating strong unfavorable for travel abroad. Though it is second lord, it is not being further supported. 2 and 10 are favorable for the professional prospects, and 7 is also supportive for the travel abroad. And so since Mars is like this, Mars we can give blue. And moon is 10th lord occupying 9th house. This is good. And 4, 8, 12 cuspal star lord. That 8, 12th house is good because it is talking about that abroad. But 4, 8, 12, though 8 house is indicating some obstacle, but 4, 8, 12 are what is in general 4, 8, 12 are talking about the watery sense supportive for abroad also, but still 4th house, 8th house are in general indicating some obstacles, for the travel and to the Lagna. So 10, 9, and 12 are present. So definitely it is supportive. So because of the 4 and 8, we can make moon blue color. So moon is blue color, we have given, and sun is pending. Sun is 11th lord occupying 10th house, third cuspal sublord. This is very good. So sun is dark green. Which planet is pending? Ketu. Ketu, second occupant and 10th sublord. This is not talking about anything unfavorable to the travel abroad, though occupant of the 7th house is 12th house to the 3rd house, but second is combined with the 10. It is talking about the professional prospects and gain. So Ketu, VSK is also going for a job only, he is leaving. No? So that second house, 10th house, we can make it is supportive to the purpose of travel. So blue has been given. So we can see blue for 3, 4 planets, and Mercury and Sun and Venus are 3 planets are green. That's good. And Rahu and Saturn are the only 2 planets. Rahu and Saturn, 4, 5, and 2, and Rahu also having pink. But Rahu has got second planet, very good planet. Venus is green planet. So that way, though Rahu is having some weakness, that is being further supported by the Rasi Lord Venus. So now we have completed set colors, and let us go to the home and let us check the destiny. Now, just a minute, it is hiding. Yeah, okay, anyway. Let me open that significators. Let us have a look at the significators. Any planets are having strong unfavorable grouping of 2, 8 and 4, 8 significators strongly, especially in the CSL and without favorable grouping. Let us check only the mixed one, Rahu and Saturn. Rahu, 8th occupant, 1, 9 cuspal star lord, and 2. This is talking about it. We can say it is indicating some weakness, but it is also good for the professional prospects. But this is not strongly unfavorable because it is having 199 and supported by the Rasi Lord Venus, strong favorable key planet. And Saturn also, 4th Lord, 5th Lord occupying 12th house, second star Lord. It is also not talking about any return back home to homeland. But 4th Lord, 12th Lord, as I said, 4th Lord occupying 12th house also supportive for the properties or living in abroad. That is also it is supportive. So No other planet, second cuspal sublord is Rahu. It is not eighth sublord, and it is not having the strong, unfavorable. 8 is present here, but in between 1 and 9 are favorable and strongly supported by Venus. Jupiter is having 8th sublord, but it also having 11th sublord. 5 and 11 are present. It is not having any 2 or 4 significators. So that way, no planet is strongly unfavorable. Rather, you can see many planets are having favorable grouping. 1, 3, 7, 11, and you can see Sun 11, 10, 3, Moon 10, 9, and 12, and Mars 7 and 10. Okay, this is moderate, and Rahu 1 and 9 representing Venus, and Jupiter 3, 6, and 11, and Saturn, okay, 12th house only, but here 11, sorry, 9, 12, 11, 6. So the grouping of houses 9, 12, 10, or 11, 12, 3, 11. So the third house, ninth house. So grouping of the primary houses along with the favorable houses are all present. That way it is in general, each self-signification of all the planets are supportive except some weakness at the Saturn and Rahu. So now let us examine the destiny planet. Destiny, 12th sublord Venus, 9th sublord also, 12th sublord also Venus, that too Lagna lord also. That Venus is in the star of Ketu, is supportive to the job prospect. Then 2A level planet Mercury green, again Venus has come. So this is strongly favorable for the professional prospects in abroad and abroad travel also. And what else? Third sublord, Sun. Third sublord, Sun in the star of Venus itself, very good. And 2 level planet is Ketu, supportive, and sub-level planet is Moon, 10th lord occupying 9th house, and 12th, this is also very good, favorable, despite, and 4 and 8. And 2 level planet, 4th level planet is Jupiter, also supportive. It means third sublord in the star of a strong favorable key planet, and other levels are having supportive key planets and good grouping also. And what we have to check now, 9th sublord, 12th sublord we have checked, and third sublord also we have checked. And now let us examine the Dasa period. So while you are checking Dasa period, let us keep the eye on the unfavorable key planets of the destiny. If we can see the destiny is favorable key planets, we can see Venus, Mercury, Sun, all the green planets, all are present. Venus, Sun, and Mercury all are playing role within the rulers, and that key planets under the star and sub of the other favorable key planet, that is good. And strong unfavorable key planet that Rahu is playing, but Rahu is not strongly unfavorable because that represents Venus is good. And Saturn is not influencing the what do you call the destiny planet. That is one way it is good, because Saturn is having, it is good only occupant 12th house, but 4, 5, 12 is there. So for the travel abroad, that Saturn planet, it is if it is there in the star level or sub level for any planet, then it can cause some weakness, right? Anyway, let us check the Dasa Lord. So that during that trip, that native was running Saturn Mahadasa only. Saturn Dasa, I was telling Saturn has got some weakness, but I told you that Saturn is also having favorable combination 4 and 12 supported for, settle in abroad also. That we have to keep it in mind. Now that is not the end. We have to check the rulers. So whether Saturn is favorable for travel abroad, for the job, that we have to check. Settle is next. Check Saturn. Saturn is in the star of Rahu. Rahu is pink. Saturn also pink, Rahu also pink. Rahu also pink, representing Venus. 12 level planet is Mars is favorable, supportive, and again Rahu coming, Venus is coming, Mars is coming. So the Dasa Lord is indicating supportive signification along with that some weakness at the star level and sub level. But if you check the destiny planet in the star of Ketu, again Mercury, again Venus is coming. All levels, Mercury in the star and sub of a planet, all levels are supportive for the long stay. Also, it's supportive for the professional prospects in abroad. It is not having any strong unfavorable key planets in the rulers, like no pink are playing role directly. So that even the third sublord also the same way. So that destiny is not strongly weak. It is indicating some not weak. Weak is present, but not strongly present. Favorable or strongly present. Dasa Lord is having some weakness, but since the destiny is not that way, then the impact is not going to be that much. You can see Saturn is having that what do you call Rahu here, and second planet is Venus. If you check that Saturn if it is having that Venus in its supports, let us check. Saturn is having Venus. Rasi Lord is Venus. So Saturn planet has got Venus in its supports, so that Saturn get the support of the Venus strong key planet, and Rahu represents Venus and conjoined with the Sun, and again Rahu is repeated. So that way, the Saturn is having good key planet Venus in supports, and the star level also having Venus, so the sub level also having Venus, and other favorable key planets also playing. So that way, Saturn is supportive for travel abroad with some obstacles. We can say that it is supportive for job prospects in abroad also. So now in Saturn Dasa, Saturn Bukti cannot be possible because it is not so strong enough to travel, make the travel during its period, because star level having some weakness, sub level having some weakness. Then in Saturn Dasa, which is the strong favorable key planet to travel abroad, which is the strong favorable key planet, definitely Venus only. Venus only repeated. Out of this, Venus, Sun, and Mercury, strong favorable key planet of the Dasa Lord is Venus, representing Rahu. More than Rahu, Venus is strongly present. And the Venus is the strong favorable key planet, and Sun and Mercury, if they are present, is going to be more favorable. But here, Venus is the strong favorable key planets of the Dasa Lord. So within that Saturn Dasa, that native has to travel abroad. So let us check in which period he was completing his education. So Saturn Dasa, Mercury Bugdi 19 years only. So 20 years Ketu. So 21 years only they will complete UG. So during that Venus Bugdi only, he is completing his his education, undergraduation. So Saturn, Mercury seems to be comparatively better for travel abroad. You can see that Mercury, Sun, Venus, the key planets of the Dasa Lord are playing role. But unfortunately, during that period, he was doing his school studies only. Then during Venus only, he is completing it. Whether Venus is strong enough to send, yes, Venus itself is playing role in the soul, that is fine. But star lord planet is having some weakness. To a level is Mercury is okay. Sub level is Venus is fine. The star lord planet, that Venus is good on the source, Lagna Lord, 8th Lord, occupying 10th house, all these things good, and representing Rahu having some weakness. But Star Lord Ketu is 2 and 10. It is supportive for the professional prospect, and it is not so strong in sending the native to abroad. It means what? That good key planet should play a role in the star level. If that should be there, no, that is not playing role. The source it is playing doesn't matter. It can play at the planet level also, provided that star level planet should be supportive. That star level planet is supportive for the job, but not strongly supportive for the traveling abroad. You can see Venus is a good key planet. Star level Ketu is not having that Venus in its rulers. If the Ketu was not having the Venus in the ruler, then would have supported also. Moreover, Ketu in the star of Mercury is good. At least Mercury in the support of the Ketu, that is also not there. It is not there. It is not there for Ketu also. Mercury is not there in the support of the Mars also. So that way, the star level is supportive for professional prospect. It is not strongly indicating for abroad. So you can see 8, 8, 2, and 4th sublot are all joining hands. It is indicating some weakness. So Saturn Dasa and Venus Bugdi, that is not strongly favorable for travel abroad because it is not having the strong favorable key planet in its ruler, especially at the star level. Then we have to check the next planet, Sun. Sun is strong favorable key planet. Our primary cuspal sublot Sun, Sun itself is playing Sun in the star of Venus. Here's Venus is source planet here at the star level, supported by Ketu. Sublot is Moon. It is blue only, but 9, 10, and 9 and 12 it is favorable. And last level planet Jupiter also supporting. So Sun in the star of Venus, this grouping is good, and 2A level also it is supportive, and sub-level also having good grouping. 11, 10, 3, 1, 10, 3, 7, 11, all these things are favorable. 2A level is supportive for the job, right? And sublord planet, 10th lord occupying 9th house, it is supportive for travel also, and also 12th star lord also further supporting. And star lord of the sublord Jupiter is also good. So that way, the favorable key planet of the Dasa Lord, Venus is playing role here. And other favorable key planet for the purpose of travel, that is Mars, Ketu, they are playing role here. And other than that, other favorable key planets, good key planet, Sun itself is playing role here in the source. Now let us examine whether ruler's link also further adding. Sun in the star of Venus, Venus is having Sun in its supports, forming ruler link. And Moon is having Mercury in its supports. And so that way, Moon already having good key planets, 10 and 9. It is having additional Mercury also in its support. That is also additional support it is getting. So that way, importantly, Sun is forming ruler link to the Venus because Venus is in the Rasi of Sun itself. So Sun and Venus are, you can see Sun and Venus are posted in the sign of Sun itself conjointly present. So that way, they are strongly forming ruler link. So during that, Saturn Dasa, Sun Bukti is capable to send the native to, abroad for the job. Not only traveling abroad, you can see abroad traveling houses are also connecting to the 1, 10, 3, 7, 11, 10, 10th house are all connected, and sub-level also 10 is coming, 10, 9, and 12. Star Lord of the sub-lord also is indicating Jupiter also favorable. So that way all are favorably present. So Dasa Lord's key planet also playing, and ruler's link also present, and other strong favorable key planets also present. So Sun is better. So now Saturn Dasa Sun Bukti we have selected. In Sun Bukti, which is the strong favorable key planet for traveling? Sun itself. When Dasa Lord, that Bukti Lord itself is a strong favorable key planet, definitely that role is important in sub period. Sun in the star of Venus, these combined levels, combined study is strong. So definitely that Antara Lord will have its Sun and Venus in its rulers. We have to check which are the planets are having that. For the purpose of job, so that planet Antara will have that Sun and Venus also, and favorable houses for traveling abroad also. In that case, you can see under Sun, Moon is not good and Mars is fine. Mars source is having some weakness. It is not talking about travel abroad. 2, 7, 10, it is supportive for job, but star level is good. Mercury star level is good, and star lord of the star lord is Sun is come, and Venus is come. So all are playing role here. So then let us keep this Mars in waiting list. And Rahu is not having that, because Rahu, Sun is not there, Jupiter is not there, Saturn is not there, and Mercury. Mercury in the star of Sun to a level is Venus. These three levels are good levels. Sublord is Mercury. We already said Mercury is strong enough, but unfortunately during that period he was studying. So you check these Mercury and Mars, which is better. Mercury is better than the Mars. So under Sun period, during that Mercury in the star of Sun, the key planet of the Dasa Lord itself is ruling the star of that Mercury, which is the 9 and 12 cuspal Lord. This is only 2 and 7 cuspal Lord. So this is strong enough. So that way, that Mercury is strongly favorable than the Mars. I think you're able to understand, right? So now the native traveled abroad during that, which period I said? Saturn, Sun, and Mercury. He traveled on date. Let me erase this. He traveled on 9th December 2007. Saturn, Sun, and Mercury. So he traveled during the Saturn Dasa, Sun Bugdi. Then, since the already destiny, that destiny planet itself, third sublord, and you can see ninth sublord itself is very strongly supportive. Destiny is promising for long stay. That Dasa Lord having some mixed signification, but all having that Venus, and other favorable key planets, it is supportive for him to stay there. And as I said, 4 and 12 also supportive for being there in abroad. And after Saturn now is running Mercury. Mercury Dasa is running. That's what even in the previous examples also we studied, when the consequent levels, consequent dasas are strongly present, signifying the favorable key planets, the destiny planets are all playing role, or the dasa lords are strongly supportive for staying there in abroad without the unfavorable key planets, definitely the native will stay there and he'll get the PR and he'll get settled. That is what happening to this native. He traveled in December 2007. After that, he is being living there only and he settled there. I think you are able to understand the importance of the destiny. The destiny is strongly through the star level, sub-level, or without any trouble, it is indicating strong favorable significator. It is supportive for travel abroad. And during the dasa, that dasa and next dasa also strongly favorable. It supports for the native to settle there in abroad. Moreover, as I said, when we are studying the self-signification, except the Saturn also 4 and 12, fourth lord occupant 12th. It is not also not detrimental. No planet in self-signification has got the unfavorable 2 and 8 and 4 to 8, and in sublord also, or in CLOCC without any favorable grouping. So no planet are present. All the planets are having grouping of 3, 6, 3, 9, 11, or 3, 9, 12, or 3, 6, 11, or 9 and 12, 10. So that travel houses and also favorable houses to the job and lagna all are playing. It is all indicating it is supportive for the lagna to be there outside the homeland, and for supportive for the professional prospects also. I think you're able to understand, and we will meet in the next example. Good luck.